Yeah. What's going on, everybody? You are now watching and listening to the Lady Guru Show. What's going on, ladies?
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey.
It's exciting. Look at my background.
I know, it's so cute.
Oh, that took me forever to do.
Yes,
I love it.
And you know what? Didn't you had another background when I saw you before the show, Heidi, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's like magic.
Yeah.
Check this out.
In some work.
Yeah, all the time. Today was a warm day, man.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty warm. Absolutely.
It's been pouring down raining where I'm at. It's still raining now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man. I guess New York is still lit from that thing that they had with Fat Joe and Ja Rule.
Right, the version.
I didn't get to see it. Darn, I didn't go no
over here.
It was good. It was good to go back down memory lane. Like all those hits, like they both deserve their flowers. Like it was a really good battle, and it was talking trash.
Were they? I need to go back and watch it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Fat Joe was talking so much trash, he had to end up apologizing a couple times.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I heard about that.
Who did he offend? Some females? He offended some females, I heard.
He offended specifically Lil Mo. He said he's a little some crazy. I definitely would have been offended too. But he did apologize. He apologized to her directly. He apologized publicly more than once. So he humbled himself and
it must have been a comment.
And I kind of understand, like, when it's like the heat of the moment, when you just in a battle, you talking trash, sometimes you don't realize that you can hurt someone in a crossfire. So it takes a stand-up guy to just quickly apologize so many times. So I'm glad that they, squashed the little incident, the little beef.
Yeah. Right. But like in entertainment, like especially for something like that, there's much room for
Alicia just went.
Gotta have some thick skin.
Let's talk about. I mean, in the entertainment business, it is rough. I mean, it is rough. And so I think
everybody survives.
Yeah, I think that's why in entertainment there's so many dust-ups. Because there's so many things going on and people thinking one thing and the other person thinking another. And, a lot of times with emotion, people just, they don't talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
But ladies, check this out. How was your 2 weeks? Talk to me, gurus. How was your 2 weeks?
I always seem to forget my 2 weeks. It's like, what do I do in 2 weeks?
What did I do?
I know what I do.
So what did you do, Alicia? How was your 2 weeks?
Speaking of this battle, we had the concert here in Long Island.
Right.
Featuring Ashanti, Ja Rule.
Did you go to that?
I did go.
Okay.
I really did. To be honest with you, I didn't really get to enjoy it like everybody else did. It was packed. It was good. It was great and all of that. But I was working. I set up their tent for their food backstage earlier in the day, and then I had to go set up myself my vendor spot to promote my other thing that I got going on. So I was working.
Well, that's a good problem, though.
It's a good problem, right?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be. I'm not complaining, but
right.
I know it was a good show.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should give a shout out to everybody that works these events, and you never see their faces. Like they really, really work from the time since before the event starts till like midnight, 1, 2 in the morning.
Absolutely.
The setup to the breakdown to the crew.
I was there from the morning. I seen one crew member he was there at, I think like 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I seen him dragging himself at like 9 o'clock at night. He was still there just, doing everything that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to make all of that happen, right?
Right.
But shout to you, Alicia, for being involved in that, for promoting that. That was a good thing,
Thank you. How about you, Sabi? How was your last 2 weeks?
Jeez, I can't even think. I don't even know what happened last 2 weeks.
I know, right?
What I remember,
It'd be like that.
I really don't remember anything. I really. I mean, I just been doing the same thing. Well, today, for example, I had a shoot in New Jersey, and to get to New Jersey from where I am, it's kind of like a mission to get there. I had to take like a new train and stuff like that never taken. I'm so proud of myself because usually I would get lost, but I didn't get that. It wasn't that bad. I didn't get lost that bad. So
yeah, go
I got home safely. What else? My nephew got baptized and he just turned 1, so I was able to witness all that. And what else? And I'm planning to see my mom sometime this week, and I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks now, so I'm excited for that. I mean, even though that wasn't the past 2 weeks, I still got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much that. And then just been staying busy, trying to have fun, trying to go out with friends. But yeah, pretty much like the same old stuff.
More fun or more work?
What happened?
Is your life more fun or more work?
More work. I'm trying to definitely have my enjoyment. Me being young, my dad always tells me, Sabrina, you need to go out more. You need to do this, you need to do that. So I'm like, okay, Dad, you're right. Because I get really lonely sometimes. So I try to hang out with friends and stuff like that as much as I can. A lot of times they are busy. But I'm also trying my best to make new friends and hang out with them. So that's been also a mission that I'm trying to accomplish as well. But as of right now, I'm just trying to have fun as much as I can while working, So I try to do both and balance the both,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good to have that balance.
Rudy?
Yeah, it's balance.
Rudy?
I'm like, Sabi, what did I do in 2 weeks?
What did you do, Rudy?
Well,
didn't you do a photo shoot?
I did.
Doing a photo shoot.
Yes.
Photo shoot.
Yeah.
So I did a photo shoot for this girl's clothing line, and her theme and just her whole movement is about I'm going all the way. I'm just not giving up. I'm not stopping. I'm going all the way. I'm focused. Everything she posts, it's so motivational. I wore this really cool trench coat that she hand painted, and it's so unique and so different. And her posts, everything about her style, her clothing, just so motivational. And I'm always looking for I'm always trying to find things that motivates me. I'm always looking at the little things how can this be motivational, inspirational to me? But besides that, for me, it's been my past week's been more work than play. Because normally, I'm always celebrating a birthday or doing something like that. But it's really been more just more work, grinding. I'm working 2 jobs right now. I'm really in hustle mode. Those goals that I told y'all are on my wall, I'm focused.
Yes.
That's
so
what's
yeah.
up. That's what's up.
Just grinding.
That's good. And what about you, Heidi? What you been up to?
I just remember, I said while y'all was talking, I had to kind of go look and see what did I do.
Right.
I went to the New Jersey Film Festival, which my friend had invited me, and which was so cool because I saw my friend Kango Kid from UFTO. So I don't know if you guys know who that is. He sung this song called Roxanne, the group.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I know his daughter because she's the hip hop princess, Little Sia. So she's 6 years old. So she just started 1st grade. So I was happy to see her. She's always a bunch of fun. So she calls herself the hip hop princess. So what else I did? I don't know. I'm starting a new job. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm starting Monday at Girls 5 Ever season 2.
Hey.
So I'm excited to see some of my co-workers, some of my crew members on that. So we start tomorrow actually.
Wow.
Hey.
And what else did I do? I think I went to a hip hop, some old hip hop event. I don't remember.
You know.
She does so much.
Like they be all the same to me. Like it be the same people.
Yeah. Well, can I just throw in? Can I throw in how pretty you look? I just love your
beautiful
hairdo.
Yes.
You look so refreshed and so
Yes.
cover girl like.
Thank you.
Really
I try to get
beautiful.
sleep because I'm gonna be working 2 jobs for like several months right now, 2 productions. So Apple TV and Peacock.
Yeah.
So like
grinding.
Yes.
So like I'm having issues now because like I can't go work on Raising Canaan and I can't go work on like as background because like now they want you to be vaccinated. So I was supposed to be hosting the 5th annual CETA Awards, Success in the Arts at Jamaica Arts Center in Queens this Saturday with my co-host Paul Foster, and we did it last year, and we can't do it because we're not vaccinated. Which I really don't understand because I've been in the group text talking about like that's a small venue. Like why they're not letting us come in without COVID test 72 hours? Like the Barclays, Madison Square Garden, all these other venues, Meadowlands, like you have to show them a testing. Right. It still hasn't fully passed that you have to be mandatory, fully vaccinated to go into these venues. So like, bummer.
It's starting to affect
a lot of things. Like I know because I have a lot of friends that it affected their money, their jobs. So they were forced to get vaccinated because of the jobs, because then how you're gonna live.
Right.
And that's crazy, that they make you do that. Like, I don't know.
It's crazy how it is right now.
Yeah.
And then like you notice, like, of course, that's why it's a big thing. Nicki Minaj didn't go to the Met Gala. I've seen several people didn't go to the Met Gala. And that's crazy how Kim Kardashian was like all covered up.
Yeah.
All black. Kanye with her.
Yeah.
Wait, she had Kanye with her?
I don't know because I guess was that
I was about to say
they were more black covered face too, so it was a guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she's still down for her man. That's not her man anymore, but that's her baby daddy, and she's still down for him.
Right.
I don't know what the next 2 weeks gonna look like because I'm starting to get banned from bars. I'm getting banned from venues. I'm getting banned from probably shoots next. Who knows? I'm getting banned from sets.
It'll work out for everybody that's working hard out there that needs the vaccine or not vaccine or actually put on a mask or whatever the case may be. Eventually it will work out. Hey ladies, we got a guest today.
Yes, we do.
She goes by the name of Vina Love, and she will be joining us in a second. And then after that, we have some interesting.
I love Vina.
Yes.
I've interviewed her like probably twice already.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, we got some interesting topics, including the topic of Nicki Minaj. So check it out, everybody. For those who listening, we will be right back with the Lady Guru show. Did I say that right? Yes, Lady Guru show.
Lady Guru show.
All right, everybody, we'll be back. K100 Radio.
You are now tuned into K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Welcome to the Lady Guru show.
A woman alleges Carmelo Anthony is the father of her beautiful twins.
Oh, Mello.
There has to be something going on in that household.
You cheated and you got a baby?
Like, it's the same situation. What is it with Kirk and Rashida from Love
and Dumb and Dumber? Rashida's just y'all can dish it out, but you can't take it. Dish it out, but can't take it.
Men out there, grab your wife, tell her you love her.
They're moving in together.
The Benefit couple. She probably was seeing him on the low. He probably called A-Rod cheating and stuff like that. So she started, I don't know, probably ended up running into Ben somewhere.
Yeah. She like, oh, that's my cute. He cheat. Oh, Ben.
There's gonna be some drama. What?
This is K100 Radio with the hottest hip hop and R&B mixes.
They're gonna be another hitter. Did you violate it?
Don't stop, put it on your night. I know I'm hot, tell I'm on fire. I won't lie, feeling you all night. Let's get high, blow it up to the sky. The way you're looking at me got me feeling away. Retention, I can't focus, I want you to stay. Cause you're too damn nasty, and I'd be stupid if I let your finest pass me. Now, I want you to stay the night. Tomorrow, let's catch a flight. Your girl gon' be alright. Now, I won't tell if you keep quiet. Keep loving me every night. Tell gang you with me tonight. You see, I want it, so you gon' give it. I know you thought I'm hunted, and I'ma give you a show. You pull up on me, I'm riding with you, you know. Cause where we going, only we know. He love my drip, drip. He take
And we are back with the Lady Guru Show.
K100 Radio.
Everybody listening, everybody watching, because we have a great guest on with us right now. Some of y'all have seen her in different videos. You have seen her all over the internet, all over TV.
Yep.
Gurus, let's welcome in Vina Love.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Oh, you looking so refreshed and so just like, oh,
Yes.
so natural and
Look
pretty.
like you in a real chill mood. You chill,
Right.
good.
It's so
This is
crazy.
the first time I actually see you like this because you were on my show one time, and I think the last time I saw you was just when the pandemic was just opening up.
Mhm.
And you was over there with Ralph McDaniels in Queens for the street signing of Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
Yeah, you did a great show. How you been ever since? What you been doing?
I'm good. I'm
Oh, fresh.
so much, too much. It's so crazy, you guys saying I look refreshed and I am exhausted, right?
Sometimes
Look
that's the
beautiful.
best.
But isn't that a good
All
thing?
night for natural.
Chilling though. It looks
All
like
night
you're
for
chilling.
natural.
Thank you so much. But I've been doing a lot. In the studio a lot, traveling a lot, just building myself up for this big
Right.
moment that's about to happen. Yeah, just been going through life, turning into a woman, all those kind of things.
Right.
Hey Vina, there's one thing I looked at your videos and your growing up hip hop, right?
Mhm.
And I said, man, she just cool, man. She just got a cool swagger.
Yes.
So my question is what if we go back to the beginning, what was it like growing up as DJ Kid Capri's daughter though? I mean, we know you. You know what I mean? How did that go?
It was normal. It's so crazy because like I know what people expect. Like, okay, you're Kid Capri's daughter. Like, I know, like you had this
Right.
crazy like lifestyle.
Extravagant and
Yeah, like, and it really wasn't like that. Like, my parents did everything they could to keep grounded, and like, even with them separating, like, I think naturally that just put me in a different position to live a different type of life, and it helped me so much being a normal girl, like going.
How was it going, like growing up, going to school, like
Yeah, I mean, it was great until I was old enough to have friends who knew who Kid Capri was.
right.
To know who Kid Capri was, then it was like, that's Vina. She thinks she's better than her because I went to public school. I went to school.
You was in the hood, right?
Yeah. And now it's starting to pick up, like, her dad's a celebrity. Why is she in the hood with us? Why is it like all these questions started to come up? And it was like, to me, I didn't really care because I lived such a great childhood still. I was raised with a boy. I had my grandmother, I had all my aunts, all my uncles, I had my mom. Like, I had a full life. Even though it wasn't like this luxurious celebrity childhood, I still grew up great. I still had a relationship with both my parents, a great relationship. So yeah, it was cool. And then I did get a glimpse of certain things. Like my uncles were like KRS-One, and well, KRS-One is my actual godfather. He was there when I was born.
Oh wow!
Pulled me out.
Wow.
At what age did you find out, or did you really find out who KRS-One is? You know, who he is to hip hop.
I always knew, like, because these are people coming to my house. So like,
Right.
Like
all these people, I always knew they were
somebody,
like,
right?
Somebody. But it wasn't until I like listening to outside music, because I was listening to like Cheetah Girls and like stuff like that. And I was so my parents kept me, and I was listening to old music like 1960s and like stuff like that. So it wasn't until I started going outside, like really seeing stuff and like hearing other type of music. I got to a point where most of my friends were guys, so I would be with my friends and they'll be playing songs, and I'll be like, I know him. Like, man, I know that. And it's like, oh shit, like you start looking for yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Around what age would you say that was?
Yeah. Say that again, I hear you.
Around what age would you say that was that you started to
I would
realize
say
them?
like around 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
we were just talking about how you have to have a thick skin in the entertainment field, right?
Absolutely.
So you're talking about like, you know, now it's a rising again, like you got some haters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like having a thick skin, like did your dad give you any lessons on that? Did you have do you feel like you've developed a thick skin?
Well, I mean, my thick skin has come from so many different places. If you know my dad, you know my dad has thick skin. He's very assertive, very straight to the point. He's very firm. He don't play around. But my mother, is that time 30. So I have both of them already, and that's just like me or Rip. Like you can't have you want to. You can't approach me however you want to. Like you wouldn't want to. Like it just like, you know, so I naturally have thick skin already. Then on top of Harlem. Then on top of that, like, I don't know. I mean, well, being a Black woman in general, being a woman in general, then being a Black woman, then being a Black woman with her own label, being her own boss, having her own employees, you're going to get the tough skin naturally.
Right. You have no choice.
Because you don't have a choice. Like you're walking in the room, you're talking to these grown men with these faces and these big hands. And it's like, please, like, bring the rest of these men in this room, because you want that respect. So you naturally building that tough skin. And then one day you look at it and you be like, damn, I did X, Y, and Z. I am tough. I'm tough.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You gotta have
that. Vina, I wanted to know, when did you start singing?
I started singing around, like, I knew I had a voice around 11, but I started like singing, like my started really instilling me probably like around like 13 years old. I always sang because like I grew up with a lot of kids. So my grandmother adopted kids, and then my family just had kids. So we grew up singing like Wade in the Water. Like we had to put on shows and stuff like in our house. So I always sang, but I didn't know I had a voice for real until like Nelly and Kelly Rowland Dilemma came out. And I sang that, and I'm like, like this is cool, but I was
you were hitting those notes.
Yes. That used to be my song too.
I was a trained dancer since I was 2 years old, so that's what my focus was at. Like I was always in dance school. I always had a show. I was always performing. It was just about dance. Like dance is life. Dance is life. And if you're a dancer, you know dance is really, really life. And I noticed I could sing, and I got to high school. That's when like things started meshing together. I started acting. I started choreographing, dancing, singing on stage, doing all kind of stuff, design, lights, like all kind of stuff. Like
that's what's up. So out of all of those things, do you have a preference? Do you have a favorite? Do you know, have more of a passion for dance or singing or directing or being a boss woman? Or what's your passion above everything? My
passion, like I can't really say like I like to sing more or dance more. I like to curate whatever it is and what area or whatever it's supposed to be. As long as I could put it together, that makes me happy. Like that's what my passion is. Like seeing something in my head and being able to produce it and put it out and know the components of what I'm doing. Like that makes me feel good. Whether it's me creating a dance or creating a song or creating a show or a movie, whatever it is, as long as I can see it and make it happen, that makes me feel like the best. It don't really matter what it is.
Now, Vina, because you love singing, right? Explain to me, is it difficult now? Because I guess when you were growing up, when you were younger, even back then, R&B was really big. Understand that? And R&B now in this generation has died down so much. You know, and do you struggle, you know, trying to get R&B music out there, you know? Because I really need to push R&B back, you know?
But I'll be honest, I don't think R&B is in the worst position. R&B was in its worst position when, and this is no offense to them, I love them so much. I love Migos. I remember when Versace came out, Versace, Medusa Head Up. I remember loving the song so much. And I also remember saying like, yo, where all the fire R&B songs? Like who is out right now, like really bodying it? Like now I feel like we have amazing, beautiful R&B men singers. Like we have it. I don't think they're not being
pushed.
I so agree with you. I so agree with you.
Right.
They're not commercial artists. Like if he didn't make if he was still in, you would have never heard about. Like it's so sad because there are amazing R&B.
Yes,
they're not commercialized. They're not into all the shit that all artists are into. So it's hard to like really notice them, but they out there. You know, for me, I don't feel like it's difficult. I feel like I'm just going through things with myself. And I think the biggest thing I ever learned growing up was you have to do things at your pace, at your time. It got to feel right. It got to smell right. It got to taste right. It got to look right. So for me, any complications I'm having is really with myself and not so much of what's out there because it's only me. So I'm really not in too much of a competition. Like I'm me. Like who else is me?
Right.
Because like I do what I'm going to do, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It just got to feel right to myself. That's
the best mindset to have. That's the best mindset to have.
Say that again?
Yeah.
I said that's the best mindset to have because most people who don't think like that, you'll crash really quick, you know, because you're trying to constantly compete with the latest thing or the hottest thing that's out there. So and I can tell that you're pretty.
And like you don't compete where you compare. That's such a trash thing. Like people look at it like that is so true, but it's like why are you even comparing yourself to anyway? Like it shouldn't even.
Right.
So
not everybody got those jewels that you got, like you know.
Yeah, man. You want to see? Everybody think I learned something from somebody. I really learned a lot of this stuff just by going through shit, like
experience, right?
Yeah, like just you pick things up. Like,
how do you feel about the voice box machine? Is that what it's called? The machine that has everybody keeping a tone. Like a lot of people who can't sing, they use a voice box.
Oh, you mean like auto-tune and stuff?
Auto-tunes, I'm sorry. Yeah, auto-tunes. How do you feel about
what it's called while you're talking?
How do you feel about artists that don't know how to sing, that use the auto-tunes and kind of switch over to that R&B lane?
I really think it's all about I have many opinions about this. Well, I think it's really all about the direction you want to go in. Like, what kind of artist do you want to be? What do you want to sound like? You want to be a Chris Brown, Trey Songz type of guy, or do you want to be T-Pain? Do you want to be like you got to figure out?
You got to find your niche.
Yeah, like who you trying to appeal to? Because I remember when I first started recording, I used to be like, no auto-tune. I hate auto-tune. Don't use it because that's not what I'm going to sound like on stage. So we're not even about to like trick nobody. But then I had to learn that there's many different forms of auto-tune. You have pitch correct. You have actual like the robot sound. Like it's so many different components. Now you can use pitch correct and you still sound the same on stage, which was always important to me because that's where I learned to sing. I didn't go in the studio first. I was on stage first. I was singing Broadway songs and all that kind of stuff. So when I got in the studio, I had to really learn a new way of singing because it's not the same thing. Mm-hmm. Once I did my research and I understood what autotune was, I really didn't get too mad at it. But people use it. It's not as long as when you get on stage, you can sing. That's all that matters. You know, like you want to use autotune, do your thing, but just, you know, be mindful that you got to perform.
Right.
At the end of the day, I feel like we're just in a era of we just want to vibe. Like we want to hear something that sounds good and feels good, and people aren't necessarily thinking about those aspects so much. You know, like to each his own. You know.
Yeah, that's how. Do what you want. Like, if it feels good, do your thing.
Yeah.
Who do you want to do a collaboration with? If there was two artists that you can pick, who would you want to do a collaboration record?
Now, would it be like an artist today or like some, you know, past artists? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, well, I would love a Drake feature, not even so much of because like he's Drake, but like I remember when Drake came out with the first album, and I was on my way to Poconos and I seen it in the gas station, and me and my cousin, we got it, and I remember listening to it that day and listening to the whole thing every day after that for at least like 2 months. And it's like music like that is like people who make music like that, those are people I want to tap in with. Like if I know that in you, like I can sit down and make music with you all day, even if we don't have an actual collab together and we just work together. Like I write a song for you, or you write, you know, we write a song. That makes me happy. And I also really, really love to work with Mary J. Blige just because like
that would be dope. That would be dope.
That's what I think my whole life.
Yes.
And I think of my voice and like if I was to compare myself to anybody, just the raspiness and just having a deep voice and people saying like, oh my gosh, she's a girl, why she sound like that? Like that was always me growing up. And then I'm also like, people don't know this side of me, but again, I'm from Harlem. Like I'm real hood, like I'm real, like if you see me on my everyday regular life, Vina Love and Davina
are real. Oh, you're normal.
So looking at
Never
Mary,
change.
Same thing. Like, you know, it's like, what's the 411? And then you got Be Without You. Like, I'm literally that. So I would love to sit with her and just like make music.
See, you know? there's a lot of fellas. There's a lot of fellas out there that probably. Oh, my bad, Heidi. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like, you know, for her to look up to Mary, because Mary, even though she went through so much and she channeled what she went through her music, you know, she always stayed true to herself.
Right.
You know, she never being in, you know, because so much in the entertainment that we deal with as females, as women, she always remained to, you know, to herself. So that's what I say. Stay true to yourself. I always say that. Don't ever change, you know?
Vina, let me ask you something, because you know you got the lights around you and growing up hip hop. Actually, I got two questions. in growing up hip hop, what is it like to have cameras constantly around you? And can you tell us something as viewers? Like there's a lot of people that watch the show or watch a lot of reality shows. What is it like being in front of the camera all the time? Is there something that reality stars know that other people watching don't know?
That y'all don't know. Well, I mean, for one, like, I know people watching always wonder, like, why don't celebrity stars tell us this, tell us that? Like, one, always remember, like, this is a business before anything. So you have to be really mindful about what you tell people about other people. You have to be real careful. So that's why I never came out after the show and was like, growing up hip hop, we TV, this, that, and third, because it's like we still got to do business at the end of the day. But
it's all politics, right?
Yeah, it's all politics.
It's all politics.
Mindful, but with the show, having cameras around me, I'm used to the camera. I'm used to having to perform. I'm used to having to, you know, be Vina. But when it's a reality show and they're just in your face. It's a mic on you even when the camera's not rolling. Like, so you could just be having a side conversation. You could be on the phone with your mom. You could be like just doing something, talking to the sandwich guy, and it's on the mic. And it's somebody sitting there typing that shit. Like, listening, like, it gives real federal vibes, like real federal case vibes. But it's reality. That's the reality part of it. Like, you have to be mindful of what you say.
Ever time that you had to like think twice?
No.
So okay, so yeah, so there were times where you felt like you had to think twice, like when you're in front of the camera. Is it?
Sure.
No.
Like I remember my first 2 tapings with other people. I remember coming in. I didn't know nothing yet. Like, I was literally learning. Like, my first 2 days is when I was realizing everything and really scoping everything out. And that's when I noticed, like, okay, there's people typing. My mic doesn't go off, even when the camera goes off. The camera can be on, even when I'm not recording and I'm having a conversation with somebody else. Like, there's things going on. So once I noticed that, every time I walked in a room, I knew, all right, just be Vina Love. That's it. Don't talk too much. Don't, like, keep it real cute. If you got something to say how you feel. Make sure it's exactly how you feel and it's not nothing else, because you don't want to be misconstrued. You don't want none of that. And if you say what you mean when you get on TV, if they do try to edit it a little differently, you could get out of it because you know what you really said. Like, you like, so that's really it. The cameras did blow mine for a little bit though. Like, I had like, come on, like, but
let me see, everybody's looking for that real, you know what I mean? Right. Whether it's music, whether it's art, even painting, people are always trying to get something real out of it. So based on that, for the fellas that's watching, are you dating anybody?
I am actually newly single after 2 years. So like me. Because I was like with somebody for 2 years and nobody knew. Like, nobody knew. So I actually take pride in that. But yes, I am. And I'm not outside. I am focusing on myself. I am like, you know, like just myself, like doing my own thing.
They're gonna be mad people trying to slide in her.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'll be really honest. I am not. I'm easy flowing. Like, I'm a vibe, but you have to be so different for me to even like notice you. So, and I'm not gonna say I'm mean, but I grew up with 10 boys, so I shut them in.
Very tomboyish.
I know how to do all of that. So be real careful how you approach me, because I will dead hurt your feelings. Not on purpose, but I might hurt you just a little bit. Be like that. So
in other words, if you're gonna come at Vina, come correct. You can't be whack.
Yeah.
Like, don't be trying to be manipulative. None of that. She knows she wants to gain.
And
onto it.
This has to be said, because men only think that women pay attention to like just what they can see. I can feel things. Narcissism, manipulation, all of those.
It's about the energy. About your energy.
Like my
energy is huge.
Energy.
Yep, you gotta have that connection, right? You gotta feel
but
it.
You just can't have somebody come and just suck your positive energy out of you. You always gotta protect your energy.
I didn't work.
You have to protect your energy.
Yeah, if I didn't work for what I have in life and I was just like pay my bills, then
yeah.
So I do gotta be very protective.
Hey Vina, you mind sitting in on a couple of topics?
No, I don't mind, sure.
Check it out, everybody. We'll be right back with the Lady Guru Show, K100 Radio.
You are now tuned into K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What's going on, ladies? Make sure you get your shine on.
Like, comment, and subscribe to the t-shirt. Okay, the link will be in the bio. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
I love the shirt. And it's a crop top, ladies, okay?
Go to www.thisisblakecesar.com.
I can't wait to try mine on.
We are back with the Lady Guru Show. What's going on, ladies?
Excited. We got Vina Love in the house.
Vina Love is in the building, y'all. So check this out, man. We got some topics that we want to run across run across with people, and everybody knows about the big topic that hit the airwaves this week. It was with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj made the news. So the story is, if I could find it here,
I think she just got invited to the White House.
Yeah, it's being called the Nicki Minaj Twitter Met Ball COVID-19 Vaccine Gate. Nicki Minaj's Twitter claimed about her cousin's friend having swollen testicles and becoming impotent as a result of getting the COVID-19 vaccine has been escalated to the White House. It all started of the rapper 38 not attending Monday's Met Gala. And now governments of multiple nations have weighed in to debunk the tweets she sent out to her 22 million followers.
My goodness. This went all the way to the White House?
All the way to the White House.
It has.
But it's like, think about it. That's a red flag. Like, the fact that her tweets are being banned and taken down, her Twitter is suspended because she's tweeting about COVID, about what her family member went through. That's a red flag. Why don't you want the people to know about that? Like, why she can't share the information? Because they don't want you to know. You know, like, it's deeper than that.
That's why freedom of speech does not work here.
People share their
all of it. It doesn't work.
I don't get that. Like,
Vina?
I said, people share their opinions. Why, when this woman got something to say, it's this big, huge, deep, like, first of all, not even to say it like that, like, but people care what Nicki Minaj thinks, but it's like, bro, if that's not your job, like, your job is way bigger than what Nicki Minaj is tweeting. Like, what are y'all even talking about right now? Like, the fact this is even news is absolutely ridiculous. There are little girls walking to the store getting kidnapped. Like, what are y'all talking about? All this is doing though is, and what we're neglecting and what we're being ignorant to is that they don't care about what actually matters. Look at what their energy and so many other things that we need and so many things that we should be doing and talking about, and we're not because we're not just tweet about COVID. Balls up.
Why would she just go out and say that? What?
I mean, this thing.
When she said that, a lot of people did not take her serious at first. You know, my cousin, friend, you know.
Yes. How many celebrities took a picture of Donald Trump and drew a penis on his face? Like,
well, this thing got so big that there was a bunch of. There was government agencies in Trinidad that said that they looked for this thing all over and they couldn't find a case of some dude's testicles being swollen.
Well, they doing too much.
That's it.
Looking for swollen balls?
Looking for people with swollen balls. They're really looking for that. Look at what Nicki Minaj done started.
Even if somebody did have swollen balls, they would never turn around and be like, "Oh, Nicki was right."
I should have never took that vaccine. It's swollen my balls.
And then on top of that, it's a Black woman saying it. A successful Black woman. Like, nobody's trying to be on her side, so they never will be. It's always gonna look like Nicki's the bad person. It's even if it wasn't Nicki and it was another Black woman saying the same thing, it would still be a problem. So it's just like.
I'm in the medical field. I'm a nurse, and I'm gonna say what I believe. Please don't hate me, okay? I was vaccinated, okay?
No, you were vaccinated?
Was it because you had to keep your job or because you needed?
I don't care. I'll tell you, I was. No, you know what? I actually got vaccinated back in April. I got vaccinated in April. So I get it. I get everything. But then you can look at it from 2 points of view, and there are definitely 2 clear points of view. I'm looking at it from a scientific standpoint. Don't hate me, please. I'm looking at you smiling.
Don't apologize.
But I'm looking at it from a scientific standpoint. It wasn't months. It wasn't months that they came up with this. They've been working on this type of vaccination for decades. It's been decades that they've been working on it. And yes, it is a different type of vaccination. Whereas the old vaccinations that damn near everybody got because you had to get it to go to school, they inject a mild version of whatever it is into you. Okay, with this type of vaccination that we have with COVID, it's not like that. So don't hate me, people, but this is the science. It's actually safer. It's actually safer. They're not injecting, I know. I see your faces. But they're not injecting the virus itself.
It's a dead form of the virus. It's a dead form. Like usually when they not to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But usually when they with these vaccines, they will give you something that's not a dead form of it, right? With this COVID-19, they made sure that it was a dead form of it, so this way your body recognizes it if you ever contracted the disease. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be with us for the next 5 years. They took it from a framework that they had for something else in the COVID family. I don't know if everybody remembers SARS. Does everybody remember SARS? That was an outbreak over in China.
Yeah.
And people in China was like dropping dead. And I think that may have been 10 or 15 years ago, if I'm correct. Anyway, long story short, they took the framework of SARS because COVID is another form of SARS. It's called, the full name of it is called SARS something COVID-19.
Yes.
So
how the viruses work. So it's different forms that enter your body of viruses. So this, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that it comes in a sphere form, okay, and it has spikes on it. And what connects to those spikes is how it builds itself. So with this vaccine, they have pretty much put into you a way for your body to create these spikes and develop what it needs to develop as far as on a cellular basis.
Like antibodies, like those spikes.
Building what it needs to build to fight off that specific foreign body that comes into your body, if it comes into your body. So that's what it is.
We have Vina Love in the building, people. Give her a shout.
K100 Radio.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back. Thank you for being on the Lady Girl Show.
You know, Gabriel Union was in the news this week, and it was a big splash. Gabriel Union is addressing the pain she endured when husband Dwayne Wade had a baby with another woman. Gabrielle got candid about her feelings on the situation for the first time publicly in an essay for Time, in which she recalled the couple's emotional journey to welcoming daughter Kavia James Union Wade. The daughter is now 2 years old, and she was a surrogate in 2018. So the question is, would you stay in a new relationship if you were to find out that your mate in your new relationship had fathered a child in a relationship with you?
What I was saying,
it's tricky.
It's tricky because, some people still will work it out because for better or worse, those words, those morals and values, if you value your marriage and all that, those vows.
Right. But they were in a new relationship when this happened.
Yeah, they weren't married.
They were in a new relationship.
Well, I feel like,
are they like, no, I'm not going back.
it's like,
You got to forget.
Violation.
She got to say he didn't want to give birth, or he got somebody else pregnant while they were together.
He got somebody else pregnant.
It was still new. Their relationship was still new, but yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, everybody's different,
That's
y'all.
different. I thought they were married.
That's what I was gonna say. It's easy to be like, I'll leave, I won't be with them, this and that. But when you think that you love someone, when you're with someone, when you're invested in someone, you never really know what love will make you do, what'll make you stay, what'll cause you to just go. Because for me, it's easy to be like, I'm done with him, I'll leave him, but you never know. So I don't want to judge the situation, like, well, she's crazy, she's dumb. It's like it just depends.
People are, when you're dealing with somebody, just because you're ready for something, that doesn't mean
that they are ready.
Same page. Like, y'all could love each other, care about each other, but people are in different like wavelengths in their lives. You could either make a decision to continuously deal with something, or you could go about your life. And Gabrielle's instance, like, I've dated an athlete, like my ex, 2 years, and that lifestyle is so demanding. And like being like the basketball girlfriend or the basketball wife, like, you kind of gotta understand. All right, my man's traveling, my man got money, my man is attractive, there's women everywhere. Right. He's a man. He's not married. He does not, like, he's going to do things that men do. Now it's up to you to be like, I'm gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna deal with this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deal with
it. And can I ask you something? Because now you gave up a little more information. Like, what was it? What happened? What?
I think a mixture of things. Like, one, he's younger than me. Two, like, it's just certain shit I don't want no more. Like, it's certain things that I want and certain things that I don't want. I know what I want. So if you're not giving me what I want, I'm not gonna be able to give you what you want. So now we just both unhappy. We just both not being pleased, which makes you go do things that hurt me and makes me lash out and act the way that you like. So we just, I think you gotta, everybody gotta know what they want. Nobody could be unsure. Nobody could want one thing and not want what you want. It just doesn't work that way. So sometimes you meet and you and that person want things, y'all both thought y'all wanted your whole lives, and then you grow up and you see other things and you meet other, you experience so many other things and you start to change, and your person doesn't expect it. And it's like, why are you doing this? Like, but they're just moving on a little faster than you and you can't understand it. So it makes it emotional and just like crazy, but it's actually very clear what it is. It's just emotions distract us from, making the right decisions for ourselves. So that's really what it was. Like, we just on two different, like, I love him. He loves me. Maybe.
Right.
That's why I feel because it was a new relationship, it's a new relationship. What you just said, you got to know this person. You guys developed what each other wanted or what you wanted, and you grew and all of that. But in a new relationship, you might not necessarily initially be on the same page, and it's new. So maybe it's not, what she thought it was at the moment. Maybe she was, I don't know. Maybe they weren't as committed obviously they weren't as committed as they are now, but what happened, and maybe she's seen something in him. Obviously she did see something in him, and they're happily married now. So, hey.
But if, correct me if I'm wrong though. Didn't I think I've read that now. I'm not sure. Didn't she go to counseling for that?
Yes, she said she went to counseling. They went to
I mean, I feel like it's me. I don't think nothing's wrong with
guys, like, these are not
counseling.
These are not far-fetched. Like, this is not an unusual situation. Like, again, I can't say it enough. I'm from the hood. I still live in the hood. Like, this is normal. A girl meets a guy. They like each other. They have sex. Come to find out, he got a girl 5 years ago. Now she's pregnant. Like, this is a normal thing, and girls don't leave. So, I mean, at the end of the day, what she decides to do with her marriage and what she decides to do with her man really is not nobody's business. I don't understand half the things that people do, but it's just like, I'm not them and they not me. So just gotta respect people for the decisions that they make, like, you know?
Gabby, how you feel about that? Gabby, can you hear me?
Gabby, no.
Sabby, can you hear me?
Gabby
I was like, Gabriel Union.
I can hear.
I'm thinking Gabriel Union.
I was like, wait, what's a Gabby here?
I'm thinking Gabriel Union.
I must I got a Gabby, Sabby.
Yeah.
Close.
But y'all, listen. I really thought that he had the plug. I thought he had the plug. I was like, yo, is Gabriel Union on the line? Like,
I was so confused.
I was waiting, like, where's she at? Like, wow.
My personal opinion about it, like Rudy was saying, it's hard when, you know, feelings are involved. You know, I know people that, I don't know, personally for me, I love hard. So when, I haven't gone through anything like that. You know, God willing, I don't ever have to. But I can't imagine like the pain that she has felt, you know, going through that and, you know, going to counseling for that as well too. Well, even though counseling is a good thing to go for even if your life's perfect, it's still good to always talk to somebody. But I can't even imagine the pain that she felt and was still able to forgive him and still able to, you know, move forward. Even though I'm pretty sure as a human being, you have, like any human being, you know, you have a lot of past traumas that hit you here and there. And I'm pretty sure she gets reminded here and there. But she does her best to, like, you know, move forward from it. I you know, as my personal opinion for it, you know, she's doing what she knows would make her happy. And if it's, you know, going to counseling for it and, you know, accepting it and trying to move forward from it, that's good for her. Personally for me, hopefully I don't have to go through that because I know I'll be heartbroken. But at the same time, I would never know unless I would have been in her shoes, you know? So, I mean, if she's happy, if she's good, that's really all that matters now. Even if the past had happened, if she's happy now, no.
Right. I mean, because at the same time, not to, you know, belabor the point, but at the same time, it was a situation where it looked like he cheated on her in the beginning.
It's just real hood shit. That's all.
Right?
Like,
especially in the beginning. Like,
I think the real question really is, okay, Gabrielle went through X, Y, and Z with Dwayne Wade. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, could Dwayne Wade deal with?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
I keep it all the way 100. I doubt there's not that many men that is going to do that.
Not any. Why? There's no man. Oh,
yeah. Well, some men might do it, but
and you really hear that though.
Might do that. I don't know.
Man allows that. At some point, he's gonna turn around and do something foul and be like, "Well, you had a baby."
I'm gonna do it too.
I will leave him anyway because he's gonna do something outrageous.
Like, crazy.
Yeah. Quick question: is it okay not to hear from your man in 24 hours?
Absolutely not. No. You could go. No.
Okay, so if not, how much time can go by without communication?
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Thank you. So how do I say it? So being in a relationship, you know, at the end of the day, you guys come together, you know, guys, you're supposed to help each other out, you know. You guys decide to have kids, that's cool, whatever, but you guys are more meant to be we're supposed to be together to look after each other, you know, to make sure you guys are
How many hours?
I'm just trying to explain. I would say you don't have to be texting the whole day, but just to check in to see if they're good, you know?
Is a text sufficient?
I'm sorry, say again?
Depending on the circumstance, yeah. Sometimes text messages fine, phone call, FaceTime. It just depends on the circumstance. Situation.
You know, you could get a good morning text and not get one.
But why is this even a thing? If you love me and I like you and I love you and we have feelings for each other, why do you not? I'm not saying we got to speak all day, but why isn't at some part of the day you like, oh, I ain't talked to my shorty today.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. That's when it becomes an issue because why you ain't checked on me?
Why you ain't checked on me?
Not even because you're supposed to. Why doesn't your heart feel like, where's my shorty? Like,
yeah, because I thought about you. Why you ain't thought about me? Why you ain't checked? Okay, now I got an attitude.
Yeah, I think like it depends, man. Like if this, first of all, if this is something that goes on all the time, then absolutely not. Okay, if it happens one time, maybe. I think that may depend, as far as I'm concerned, that may depend on what you do, what he does, what your day is like, and all of that. It can happen. I've done it. You know, like you can. It's possible to get like super busy, right? When you're in your grind, right?
And you got to send that email.
you got to send multiple emails to everybody, right? And you might fall asleep or something like that, right? But if it happens all the time, that's a problem.
Yeah, then eventually we're done.
We're not as committed as what I would feel like a relationship is supposed to be. Then it's not a relationship. Y'all just
I bet.
That's cool.
I bet. So, but let's say you text at 1 p.m. and you don't get a text back till 3. Is that a problem?
I ain't tripping.
No,
but it still just depends on, do he work at that time? Like, what is he doing? What, like, do he sleep during the day, wake up at this time? Like, it just varies.
Like, was we just arguing and then I wrote you, I want to write me back till 3 o'clock? Like, what are you doing? That's it depends. Like, it really depends on the situation and the people. Like, because I do 1,000 things in one day. Yeah. But man had a basketball game. I had somebody standing there holding that phone for me while I'm doing the shoot. So it's like, you really make time for what you want to make time for. If you don't feel the need to make sure I'm okay within the span of 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours go by and I don't hear from you, that's a little kind of crazy, because what if you had the feelings that I had and I ain't check on you? How would you feel?
And Blake, it's funny that you said that, because today, it's funny that you said that, because today,
what happened?
My friend, it was like, what's the situation?
That's why she
without saying too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was something, we was like, yesterday I had an attitude or whatever. And today when I texted him or whatever, and I was like, I got a question. And I was already annoyed. And I was like, he don't text me back by 1:30. It was like 1:14. I was like, he don't text me back by 1:30. I'm having an attitude because we already been like kind of beefing anyway. So I was like, he don't text me back by 1:30. Oh, it's gonna be some problems. But he texted me back at 1:17. So it was cool.
Yo, I know something though. I don't like texting. Like, I like to be able to pick up the phone.
That's a whole fact.
She old school.
Yeah.
For me, it depends.
I need to hear a voice.
Right, exactly. But like, if you
I'm more of an on the phone person too, or like a FaceTime person too.
I should be able to call you. If you mine and you say I'm yours, I should be able to pick up the phone and call you at any given time. I don't care what's going on. And that's not being possessive. That's just real shit.
Right.
Regular. That's regular shit, right?
Regular shit being that.
But I say that because I don't even like doing business with text. So that might be coming from a person that I don't like. I like to know, like, okay, this is the understanding. Boom, that's it.
I want to hear
communication
background. Like, I want and then also too, like, again, it depends on the person, because I'm a person that's been through a lot of things. So as a woman, I'm not ashamed to say I still fight through certain insecurities. So I need reassurance. I want to be told, think I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'll hit you later when I'm done doing such and such. All right, cool. If you leave me hanging, I'm outside to come find you, and now you sitting there like, oh shit, my bitch here. That's cool. because you should have never.
See, that's kind of real though when you break that down, because a lot of people don't want to, in relationships, they don't want to admit that they have insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like some sort of a nah, or with
For me,
dudes
I just
sometimes
like
we'll be like nah, you know what I'm saying? But
Who you hiding from that you can't tell?
Right.
To me, that is brave. Like, to me,
Mhm.
that is more like, that's more real than anything else.
But ultimately, isn't that what we want from a relationship? Isn't that the purpose for us to be able to express our vulnerabilities, and the person that we're choosing to be with, that's the person that's supposed to be supporting what we need, and vice versa.
Be accepted.
Yeah,
Right.
for me, I need reassurance. For me, for a relationship to work, I have to have reassurance. I have to know that you are feeling me, that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that reassurance from you, or my relationship will not work. I have to know that you're feeling
And
me.
I know I need it just for the simple fact that I change so much. Like,
yeah,
my mood is not the same every day I wake up. Some days I wake up and days I wake up and I'm a little confused about what happened yesterday. So like, I need that constant, like, yo, what's good? Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have a great day. You don't do that the next day. I'm a little confused now because
what happened?
I don't understand. Women need consistency and men don't. Y'all lazy, so y'all don't like to consistently. Y'all feel like, all right, I did it about you already. Like, stop. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Like, we need that constant. Like, I do love you.
Men are insecure too because they feel like, oh, I don't gotta kiss her ass and tell her that every day. So you know.
And it's not kissing ass. You just love your
bozo.
Even too, like I had an ex before that, if they go somewhere, I always text them like, get there safely, like make sure you get there safely, just to, make sure everything's good. And they would never say it to me. And their argument with it would be, that's too much, you're doing too much. I'm like, I just want you to be safe. I'm like, okay. I mean, and then stuff like that, like wishing someone well too, and even like good morning texts were too much. It was just,
but those are people that
same thing. Good morning texts were too much.
Those are people who don't know what love look like. Those are people who don't even, and it's not even up to you. Like, they got to go through some shit to learn it. Like, that's not even your fault.
And also, that's true. And at the same time, too, what is love without maturity and consistency?
Yeah.
Not everybody ready for it. Like, that's when the games come into play, because there's levels to it, right? You might be ready for a certain level that they're not ready for, and that's okay. And if they ain't ready for it, then we gotta move. We have to acknowledge to ourselves that that's not it. Like, I need somebody that's on my level, that wants the same things that I want, and that's gonna do the same things that I'm gonna do, and satisfy the things that I need them to satisfy, because I'm gonna do the same. That's the maturity in it, And if that's not there, then it's not what we need it to be, and maybe it's, you gotta move on to the next, or not take that so seriously, because they ain't taking it seriously as you are. They're looking at it differently.
It to where it doesn't. Like, I know immature, like, just from like just experiencing my friends and stuff, like, immature men have to be trained. Like, I don't want to use the word trained, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they got to be pushed in the right direction, because immaturity and men can turn manipulate.
But nobody wants to raise a grown ass man.
No. I'm not saying
grown man.
Woman. I'm not saying it's up to a woman to train a man to do anything, because I don't know. We could curse on here. And train me how to do something. So no, you don't have to train no man to do it. I'm talking about within themselves. If their immaturity is not trained properly, if it's not picked up properly, if they don't mature properly, it turns into manipulation, and they become this person, and they have to deal with all this karma and all this nonsense that comes. Us as women, we feel like we can train men. We feel like we can teach them to do this, that, and the third, and teach them. It's not about us. It has nothing to do with us. It didn't even have to be another girl. It's not about us. It's about them. And we don't. We look at red flags, and be like, oh no, it's not red, it's pink. It's all right, don't worry about it. You just keep going on with the nonsense, and then you end up being hurt. And it's like, when I first met this man and I told him I was on my way home and it was 4:30 at night and I told him I was walking, he didn't even tell me to be safe.
Yeah.
That's just like a red flag, right?
Should have been clipped him. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yep.
I do it too. I do it all the time. So I feel y'all. Facts.
Ladies, it's been real.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Thanks to Vina Love.
Thank you to y'all.
Thank you.
It was a good show.
Vina, before we leave, let us know where the public, people can find your music, any projects you're doing. Let us know where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at VINA_LOVE. You can all my music on Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, Tidal, all that stuff. My videos on YouTube, some on Vivo, some on WorldStar. And yeah, man, we outside. I got a lot coming up, a lot of music about to come up. I'm releasing a song on my birthday called NFS, October 7th. It's the real intro to Vina Love and Davina. Really just getting to know who I am and just how I feel about everybody and what's going on. So tune in, tap in. It's a vibe. And there's a video too, which is dope because I haven't put out a video since like last year, November. So I'm excited.
That's what's up. All right, Gurus, it's been a great show. You have been watching the Lady Guru Show, and we are out of here.
Yeah, it's my bad time.
You are now tuned into K100 Radio.